You're awake. How do you feel?
I'm alive?
Yes. The focus on your heart was removed. You're safe.
I see. And the others?
Same as usual. It's like this whole thing was a bad dream. Maria's fighting with
I
the
guess that's one way to
paramedics
put
like
it.
always.
You know, come to think of it, Maria was pretty
Dr.
calm in that
Freebird's
final
being
operation.
twisted around his patient's finger. I don't think there's much to say about Dr. Cunningham. And lastly, he went back to prison. But it seems his circumstances have changed somewhat.
I see.
This world may be brief, but to reject it is dishonorable.
Huh?
You can't give up. There's someone who still needs you.
I know. Even if it is only for a little while longer.
I don't know about that.
What?
Dr. Kimishima, the dormant genetic disease you had has completely vanished.
What are you saying? I mean, I'm...
You're not going to die. We believe that your cells, their disease factor was expelled by the Rosalia virus.
That means... I'm...
Dr. Kimishima, I have a message from all of us who helped you. There may be relapse. There's no way to know the future. But still, we want you to keep looking forward to living your life. Naomi!
Alyssa! Thank you. Thank you so much.
So those two are going to be able to live happy lives together. That's awesome. That is just a perfect way to end the story. Alright, now I got all kinds of shout-outs to give here. The first shout-out, and probably the biggest shout-out, is to Open Dork for his episode list, because otherwise there was no way that even after the Let's Play was over and I had time to analyze the plot, there would be no way that you guys would have been able to make sense with it without the way he had things arranged. I would also like to thank Goofin24 for introducing me to the Trauma series as a whole, as well as, well, just this awesome game too. She doesn't have a copy of it yet, but I've convinced her to get one, and maybe you'll be able to see some co-op videos from me. And some more shout-outs to just doctors and specialists and paramedics and diagnosticians all over the world that save real lives, not just make-believe lives like these. This game really gave me insight into just what all goes into saving a life in the medical field, and just more about the medical field than even working at a hospital would tell me. Now, I'd like to talk about the game itself. This game was a lot longer than I was expecting it to be, and I really like how Atlas made this game a lot more accessible to less skilled audiences. think for Resident difficulty, they got it just right. It was easy enough in the first operations to get used to every mode, but every mode was challenging enough toward the end, but not overly so. The difficulty was perfect. Now I'd like to talk about the new mode. Surgery I've already talked about quite a bit. It hasn't changed too much from Trauma Team. I do like, or Trauma Center, sorry. I do like overall that the game has little pop-ups to tell you which tool you're supposed to use on which item. That's a really nice addition for newer players and people who don't have, well, each operation memorized. I do really love the removal of the timer. It makes a lot more sense to do it that way, and it's less frustrating on the player when they just lose stitching the patient up. The paramedic missions were really hectic and really gave you a feel of what being a paramedic is like, running back and forth from patient to patient, doing everything you can to keep all of them alive. And sometimes you have to make some really tough decisions. The orthopedics mission, I thought that mode was all right. It could have been done a little better, but I don't know. Some of the stuff they did towards the end with it was annoying, but I love the concept, and I would completely play a trauma game that was with just that mode, because I had a lot of fun in that mode. Endoscopy is where I think the game could have been improved the most, just due to the overuse of motion controls on controlling the camera. I think it would have been much better to use the D-pad for controlling the endoscope instead of motion controls, especially in a game that requires this kind of precision. That's my only real nitpick with endoscopy, but I thought there could have been a lot less reliance on motion controls. I didn't mind the motion controls so much in there. The adventure modes were very well written, both of them. Overall, I would give the game at least a 9.
Looks like it's all come to an end. Huh? Oh, you look beat. You want me to examine you? Yeah, well, I'm not surprised you're tired. You did well.
Is he talking to me?
You keep standing there, you're gonna catch a cold, you know.
Who is he talking to? You know what? Let's actually go see what those additional features are. I probably won't get to them. I'm guessing there's going to be some stupid thing like X operations. Probably 1 to 2 for each mode. You know those really stupid operations that were in the Trauma Center games? The ones that were like stupid hard? I'm guessing we'll see some of those, and I'll demo one if it's in here, but whatever. Oh, medals. Huh.
Greetings, Doctor. New reports have come in regarding the Rosalia virus infections in the Portland area, including Lucerne. The pandemic has been confirmed, remedied. Upon recommendation from hospital staff, you have received Specialist Authorization. A new difficulty level, Specialist, is available for those with high degrees of medical skill. A special gameplay element, Dr. Medals, is now available. Dr. Medals is a system of medical performance assessment. Fulfill special conditions in each stage to be awarded with applicable medals. Details about the medals you have earned will be displayed on the information screen. Doctor, I have found something of interest. There are records that have been deleted from this hospital's data archives. I have recovered these files. Please confirm them using the extra icon in the lower left.
Huh. I'm assuming that Specialist is the game's equivalent of Hard, and I guess as some bonus content down the line, I'll show off some of the missions on Specialist, probably one with each doctor to see what they're like.